I'm so high, so high. They told me to sit back, don't make a sound, don't go to the unknown. But I'm too curious for that. Might be a little crazy, I don't mind. I like the way it feels. No need to set off the alarm. No. See, I won't stick with it, running in a wheel, no. So I'll be taking off, for I'm dead and gone. Oh, I'm so high, so high. I'm erase the aeroplanes up in the sky. I'm so high, so high. I'm a dream and fall asleep on clouds tonight. Yeah. You see, my home is where my heart is, so I reach for higher ground. I'm living out of a suitcase. I'm getting close, now I can taste it. Flavors bitter, still so sweet. I see.
There is only one of you, only one of me. There's a million of those who won't let us be. But they're not gonna see me bleed. Cause baby, I got you. I've been beaten to the ground, dragged across the dirt. I've been scared to live cause some people never learn. But they're not gonna watch me burn. Cause baby, I got you. It's a new beginnings and a better life. It's a dancing underneath the disco lights. They can try but they can never take me down. Ooh, cause I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. They always bring all the lonely, but with you here nothing can scare me. I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. I will tell them what I'm feeling forevermore. I don't care about their feelings, not anymore. So let's show them that love is pure, no matter who it's for. It's a new beginnings and a better life. It's a dancing underneath the disco lights. They can try but they can never take me down. Cause I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not.
Good morning. Welcome to Desert Adventures in Arizona. Got my Roy and Becky's cup this morning. Lucas just woke up from his nap and he's here to say hello. Good morning, Lucas. You were down here sleeping. He was sleeping down here. We were working him outside with the ball. He had fun this morning. All right, Lucas says hello, everybody. Okay, hope everybody can hear me. Let's see who we have here this morning. Hang on a second. I got to have a cup of coffee here. Good coffee. Okay, Lucas, that's enough. Go lay down. He's kicking my arm up here. Billy T is in the house. Good morning. Good morning. Van Girl Sherrill Yeah, no worries, no worries. We saw you come in early before the stream started. And if you don't know, I always start Monday mornings with Ava Potterfield and friends and a cup of coffee. She showed off her new hat this morning. She's making a Christmas hat. Looks like a Christmas tree on top with a trunk, and it's really looking good. And I think that Doug's going to have one soon. And while Ava was showing that off, Oki was looking at a YouTube channel that makes them, showing how to make them. So I just might have one too. Scrolling, scrolling. It's mild up there, if that's possible, where Cheryl is. If it stays nice, we'll do a walk. Very cool. It's going to be 74 here today for our high. So that's just about perfect. A little bit cloudy, but we'll take it. And it's -5 where she is. I'm not so sure about that. Debbie F is here. Good morning. Good morning. There's Ava. Thank you, Ava. Appreciate it very much. It happens. It happens. There's Tommy. Good morning. Working and lurking as usual. Don't work too hard. Here comes Sandra. Good morning, Sandra. Hope you're doing well. You guys are getting a lot of rain up there, I see. That big storm moved through, and I think we ended up with a few clouds here, but we haven't seen any rain from it. And there's Sister Lily. So if you don't know, Sandra and Lily are twin sisters. Welcome, Lily. No worries. Up early. Sometimes we have to take a morning nap. I've been doing that once in a while too. I get sleepy about 10 or 11 o'clock. A little combat nap, as I call it, in the recliner while we're watching YouTube is a good thing, I think. Look at that. We got Captain Jack Scrapper in the house. He's on the road heading west and is currently in Chapel Hill, Tennessee. Good to have you, Jack. Hope everything's going well. He's got a van, I understand. He bought a van from what was his nephew, and so he's traveling in that. There's Rose. Good morning, Rose. Thank you for being here and dropping those links. Appreciate it very much. 3 or 4 hours sleep, that's pretty hard to stay awake much after that. Lucas always wakes us up about between 4:30 and 5 in the morning before the sun's even up right now. And we give him a couple of ear rubs and send him back to bed. Three or four is not enough. More links from Rose. Good to have you. Rose, are you going to make it to Ironwood? Be nice to see you down here. That's good. Sometimes you have to listen to the husband, Lily. We're right at least 25% of the time. Okay, there's the ones. Thank you. Janice from Oz is here. It's after 3 a.m. where she's at. Yikes. Yep, that was Lucas. Janice says hello. Oh, you could just leave us run, Janice, and if I could sing, I'd sing you to sleep, but I'm not a singer. I'd probably keep you awake. Traveling on adventures this year. Good morning. Good morning. Listening and working. That's Earl and Terry. And I need to go back and watch their last video. They were up at the beet harvest, and they shared a video on how that works. So I've got that in my watch list. So I will get up there and watch that. Uh-oh, finished the coffee. Better go get some more. I'm on my second cup. Okie took out the percolator this morning and perked up a good old-fashioned pot of coffee. And I don't know, I like the percolator, but quite often I'll just use instant coffee and some hot water. That gets it done the same way, but it doesn't taste nearly as good as the percolator. And I think Ava uses Mr. Coffee, I think is what her and Doug use. Good morning, Brene. Okie and the Lucas. Lucas the boss. Good to have you. All right, Sandra's got an AA meeting coming up at 11 a.m. Good to know. Good to know. Thank you, Sandra, for sharing that. Yeah, we went out jeeping yesterday. We took the Wrangler out yesterday, Okie and I and Lucas, and we cruised around the monument. Behind me is 129,000 acres. We've been out here for 20 years. And believe it or not, we haven't covered the whole monument. There's a lot of trails out here. My favorite area is north, out by our house, and north and out by Ragged Top. Those are my favorite trails out there. But we decided to go south yesterday, and we're glad we did because we saw a pretty cool looking buck out there. He was out by the road as we were driving through, and he went taking off over a mountain, and just fun to watch. So it was really cool to see. Of course, we're seeing a lot more people come out here in the monument. It's it's getting cold up north, and we're seeing out of staters come in. 63 in Chapel Hill. Rain coming this afternoon. Keep heading west. Well, that's not too bad. 63 is not bad. There's Lily's newest short. Very cool. Lily, have you experimented with the longer shorts? I did one longer than I usually do, and I guess you can run them up to 3 minutes now, and YouTube will repeat them. If somebody watches all the way through, then it repeats, and then that's where you get your large numbers from. Look at that. We got Box Fan D in the house. Good morning, D. Loving this weather, huh, D? It's cooling off finally. There comes Patrick. Have Cheetah will view. Good morning. Good morning. He's racking up the interviews. He's got 2 or 3 interviews a week on people that are in the music industry. And it's a good, interesting channel. I've learned a lot about what happens in the background when you're making a movie, especially independent movies. There's a lot that goes into it. You've got funding and, of course, actors and getting everybody, to filming locations. And it's interesting to hear how that all works. Yeah, good to be back on the roads, especially in a vehicle. Hopefully you got a good solid vehicle that's going to make it back and forth. Jack, that van, is that in pretty good shape? Appreciate that, Cheryl. So glad I didn't have to listen to Well, I'll tell you what, Dee. um, the old 50-50 rule doesn't always apply depending on the subject. There are things that I just say, yes, ma'am, that's the way we'll do it. And there are other things I say, okay, I think we need to do this. And if it's mechanical related, it's usually the way it goes. If it's anything to do with domestic engineering, then I defer to the expert. That's the way it runs in this house. Everybody's saying hello to each other. Appreciate you doing that. And we're glad to see Jack is healthy and on the road. I think he's headed to Quartzsite. Scrolling. Dee's on her first cup, a pour over while I'm camping. Yeah, we do that too, Dee. We just do the pour over. That's a lot quicker. You just heat the water up and off you go. Mr. Coffee. Yeah, that's the tried and true way to make coffee. We had one for years and years, and they still sell them, and they still work fine. Oh, made on the campfire. Yeah, that's a good way to do it. Good way to do it. Cowboy coffee. You take those grounds, you throw them in, you boil them. Somebody who knows how to do that real well is Roy from Roy and Becky's Travels. He can do that cowboy coffee over the campfire. Three hours and 30 minutes until we meet Stevie. You got to go watch Ava Potterfield and Friends and learn about their new puppy that they're getting ready to pick up today. They're excited. Very excited. That's cool. And Oki and I believe that pets, this is a pet they're getting. Pets sometimes find us rather than us finding them. I mean, you might meet in the middle, but I'll spare you. No need to sing. Don't need much racking to nod off. Okay, Janice, I won't sing. I don't think you did like it anyway. There's the coffee and the donuts. So Ava and Doug are picking up a new puppy this morning, and they're excited. That's cool. Anyway, for those that haven't heard the story, we lost two of our dogs a couple years ago. They both went at 4 months apart from each other. One was 14 and the other was 16. A chocolate lab and a Cairn Terrier. And so, they were, of course, part of our family and in our house, and were always around. And in our life revolved around, letting them out, letting them in, going camping, taking them for walks and all that thing, of course, feeding and taking care of them. And then they're gone. And it really changes the house when that happens. It's empty. And so we made it about 4 months after 4 or 5 months after they passed. The last one passed. And one morning I woke up and I turned to Oki and I said, I think we should run to the Humane Society today. Just take a walk through. Maybe there'll be a puppy there for us. So that's what we did. And we walked through there and Lucas picked us. We had two dogs, because we travel a little bit. I was kind of thinking, and we're getting older, I was kind of thinking maybe we should get a smaller dog like Buddy, Ava and Doug's little buddy. And so I picked out a small dog, to get to know, and then Lucas picked us out, and they asked us, which dog do you want to see first? And so we said, well, maybe the black lab. We'll see the black lab first. And so they brought him out there, and he just stuck to us like white on rice. And their reaction was pretty surprising. They said, we think he's picked you. He wants to go home with you. And so we got to know him a little bit. And his name there was Ramsey, which we didn't care much for. So we renamed him Lucas. And Lucas has been with us a couple years, and we're really happy. So he picked us, but we were there at the right time. Weekend RVing is here. Hello, hello. Good to see you. There's Weekend RVing's link. Thank you, Rose. There's Stu. Oh, that's right. Thanksgiving's coming up, huh? Thankful every day. That's right. Awesome, Stu. This guy writes like nobody I've ever known. Very cool. Good to have you, Stu. And Thanksgiving's coming up. Yeah. Oki and I were just talking about that. We're going to have our local grandkids come over, and I think they're bringing their mom too. They're going to come over, and Oki's going to fix some ham for them and all the things that go with that, all the side dishes and things. And I think their mom is going to bring something over to share too. So that'll be our Thursday Thanksgiving this year. We'll have a get together, and Lucas will be happy because he likes hanging out with the kiddos. All right, Lily, take a nap. I'll try to whisper, Lily, so I don't wake you up. Glad we made it south. 63. Are you guys in Texas? Is that what I remember? "53 roses looking like rain." Yeah, very nice. Very nice. I have a little electric box heater that I run off of actually solar. It runs the solar panels that I bought, the used solar panels I use to charge batteries, and then I run a electric heater, and so far that's been enough on the 30-degree mornings to keep the house warmed up. Stu saying hello. Yeah, we all have different ways to do things, that's for sure. No worries, Sandra. Sandra says a blanket hello to everybody. Van's doing good. I can even drive it on the interstate. That's great. Yeah. That's amazing. Before I started the live, I got a phone call from the mechanic. We have a 2014 Dodge pickup truck that we bought new. We ordered it new in 2013, got it in 2014, and that was our retirement truck. So the idea was to get a new vehicle, and it's only the second one we've had in our entire life. We got a new pickup truck, and the idea is to carry it into retirement and drive it till the wheels fall off. Well, the wheels almost fell off. Actually, it was a pollution control device that failed, and we were taking our niece back to the airport last weekend, and I got this warning and a check engine light that the engine will not start in 200 miles. And we're on a 200-mile trip going up to Phoenix to drop our niece off, and then we got to drive back. So I'm stressed out, wondering, okay, is this truck going to make it back? Well, it did. We got back home and I parked it, and I had 2 miles left on the warning before it would not restart. So I parked it, made an appointment just before the live start. Gabe called and said, we figured out what the problem is. It's going to cost you about $1,700 to fix it. So that's really the first expense that we've had with the truck. Everything else that's happened to it has been pretty much covered by warranty. But this is the DEF pump, they call it. It's a diesel exhaust fluid pump that went bad. So they're going to replace it, and we'll get it back. But, we've had it 10 years. I guess it's about time for things to start wearing out. So we'll have our truck back. In the meantime, you know what we drove? We're driving a 1998 Cherokee. That old Cherokee I bought a couple years ago doesn't have all that anti-pollution stuff on it. The exhaust stinks a little bit when you're driving, but she starts up every day and she gets us where we need to go. And so does the other Jeep, the Wrangler. They both start up and off we go. Oh, very nice. Very nice. When was that, Bernie? From water to fry pan. That's cool. You can't get any fresher than that, huh, Cheryl? Thank you, Rose. There's Ray Crum. Good morning. Good morning. Morning things. We understand that, Ray. Thanks for being here. Yeah, Stevie coming. That's right. Naj is here. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome from Florida. Good to have you. There's Ray Crum's channel. Thank you, Rose. Cats always pick me. Yeah. Yeah, that's an interesting story. So Patrick was telling that on one of his live streams, where the cat that he has is actually a cheetah cat, and Paladin. I'm not sure how to pronounce the name, but his cat picked him, and that's the way it goes. That's the way it goes. Yeah, Maxie. Box Van D has Maxie, and he's a cutie. He's a cutie. Yeah, they leave a hole in your heart, don't they, Sandra? When you're missing your pups and they move on, but we always try to remember, the joy they brought to us. And we did a lot of camping with Duke and Maggie, and we had them both cremated. Their ashes are out here underneath the tree, out here in the yard where they lived. And so we walk by there and we say hello. And I made headstones with rocks. I carved their name in a rock and put the years, and they're with us constantly. They're with us in the yard. So. Yeah, we'll have to check that out. So Patrick interviewed Fairy Dust. Yeah, my copper dog chose me. That's the way it goes. And that's the way it should be. Sometimes they land in your lap. And I know that Buddy from Ava Potterfield and Friends, somebody dumped Buddy out out by the road, I think, and they ran out there to save him because he was wandering around. It turned out he was blind, totally blind. So they took him into their home, and they've taken care of him. And he pretty much wakes him up in the morning when he has to go potty, and he's doing fine. Ah, that's right, Skyla. Rose has Skyla. Yeah, Skyla chose me for sure. She's a sweet looking dog too. Yeah, we all have that, huh? Oh, a cat would be great, Cheryl, especially for a traveling companion. We were coming across country years ago when we were in the military, and we had a cat inside the van. You talk about van life. We did van life, gee whiz. I had a 1971 Dodge van, a Tradesman 100. That was before Oki and I met, and that was in Utah back in the early 80s. And back then, we didn't have meetups per se, but we had van clubs and we would travel around together. And I had this van. And then later on, after Oki and I met and married, we had a Ford E250 van, and we were traveling across country, and we had a cat with us. We were relocating from the East Coast out, I don't remember where, out here to Arizona, someplace. And our cat got out, snuck out. We had the window cracked while we were sleeping. The cat got out and was in the campground. And so we had to stay overnight one more night. And then she came walking back up the next day. So we were freaked out, but certainly happy to see her when she got back. That just reminded me of that story. And we've had other cats after that, of course. We had Sasha. We had a cat named Sasha, and she lived to be 20 years old, and she's also been cremated, and her ashes are here on the property too. Ooh, potluck, huh? That's nice. That's nice. Owners are buying the turkey and the ham. Oh, that should be fun. All right. Parents' house for Thanksgiving. That'll be nice. Midland, Texas. Okay, that's where you guys are at. Look at that. We got Step Van Dan in the house. Good morning, Dan. Good to have you. Yeah, they are. They're wonderful. Chilling is good too, Fairy Dust. That's nothing wrong with that. I think last year that's what we did here because the grandkids were over at their dad's place, so we just chilled out, and there's nothing wrong with that. Crafty Travelers here. Good morning, Lonnie. I just saw she dropped another video on one of her camping trips. Good to have you. Made it by a hair, exactly. Tauka is here. Good morning. Good morning. Coming to us from Chile. Thanks for being here. Yeah, more to play ball chucker for Lucas. That's right. So our grandson Dylan is 17. I had him out last weekend to giving me a break, and he was out with the chucker stick throwing the ball for Lucas. So we had him wore out. And if you know labs, they're high energy dogs, and if you don't keep them busy, they typically get into trouble. All right, I'm going to run my thank you video real quick. I'll be back after this.
To all my members out there, you lift me up so high. The support you give me makes me touch the sky. In every lonely moment, when shadows start to fall, your love shines like a beacon. I hear your heartfelt call. Thank you, dear members, for standing by my side. With your strength and courage, we take this wild ride. From morning's glow to starry night, you're the reason I shine, my forever guiding light. In the desert where it's dry, where the cacti proudly stand, you're my loyal companions, my devoted band. Through rocky trails and valleys, we gather every mile. Hand in hand we wander with your endless smiles. Thank you, dear members, for standing by my side. With your strength and courage, we take this wild ride. From morning's glow to starry night, you're the reason I shine, my forever guiding light. Desert where it's dry, where the cacti proudly stand, you're my loyal companions, my devoted band. Through rocky trails and valleys, we gather every mile. Hand in hand we wander with your endless smiles.
All right, thank you, channel members. Appreciate the support. Stu says, some of my most reliable cars have been the old beaters. I know, right? They all got me from point A to point B. I started off in a 1962 Corvair, Chevy Corvair. That was the one that Ralph Nader didn't like, said it was unsafe at any speed. Well, I tested that quite often, and I made it through just fine. I ran that car for a couple years as a teenager, and it took me everywhere I needed to go. And my dad taught me how to repair it and work on it. And it was a good car, good car for me. Oh, that's nice, Dee. Maxie was found and brought to her by a subscriber. Yeah, he's a cutie. I can see why. There's Diana, just to drop in and say howdy. Happy Thanksgiving to you too. Okay, Brene and Ray were both together. Ray hasn't been posting on his channel. I just checked the other day. And I heard he's doing fine. So we'll have to check that out. Yeah, meant to be, right? Meant to be. Okay, so Stevie is a Chihuahua mini pin mix. And she showed a photo on her phone, and he looks like a cutie. 8 weeks old. So they're going to be going over to pick him up today. About every 6,000 to 8,000 miles, we have to put the DEF in the truck. Depends on if we're towing. You know, it's only got a 3.0 liter diesel in it. It's a small diesel with a turbo on it, so it doesn't use a lot of it. But it's not using any right now because the pump quit working. But that's the way it goes. Nothing happened to Buddy. He's just getting a brother. That'll be interesting. So Buddy is blind, and and we'll see how he and Stevie do together. That'll be interesting because Buddy's, he can hear fine and he can smell fine, and we'll see how he adapts to. Maybe he'll be a little jealous. You'll have to deal with that, maybe, but you'll figure it out. Okay, there's the link for the interview. I'm going to click on that over here and watch that. Scrolling backwards. There it is. Okay. All right, I've got that on another tab, so I'll watch that later. Very cool. Yeah, it is exciting. All right, Dan's got to run to town. Thanks for popping in, Dan. Stay warm up there. He's got a van that he's working on. Yeah, you got to find a place to hide those litter boxes for sure. And I've seen some people come up with some, under cabinets and under bed type setups. Yeah, the cat did come back, so we were happy about that. We thought we had lost her. That's a good question. How does Maxie handle cats? Oh, so Maxie is from Nevada. All right, so Lonnie's having Thanksgiving at home. Hubby's son and 2 friends coming for dinner. That's the way it should be. You doing the turkey? We're doing ham this year. Turkey is okay, but we like ham better. It is, yeah. It is a challenge for sure. Scrolling. Links dropping. Riza's link is there. Good morning. Good to have you. Thanks for coming in. It's a beautiful day here in the desert. Oh, okay. Maybe swinging through your area in April. All right, just let us know, and we will meet up with you for sure. Yeah, that's nice, Dee. And that's what makes the older diesel vehicles popular is they don't have all that anti-pollution crap on them. That just throws in more things to fail, right? And I love the smell of diesel exhaust. I don't know why, but I think it's working around it for so many years in the electric utility industry. I just like the smell of diesel. You're doing fine, Dee. You're doing fine. Yeah, I did the same, Cheryl. So Patrick will be over there watching that interview. Smoky Mountain Blessed is here. Good morning. Good to have you, Joy. My friend's cat. Yeah, that happened to us too once, Joy. Oh, here comes Lucas. It's time. It's time to say hello. Hello, Lucas says hello. You look sleepy. Your eyes are a little sleepy. Did you have a nap? Huh? He puts up with anything. You can pinch him. You can squeeze him. You can pull on his ears. And he says, oh, okay, I like it. I'll take whatever attention I can get. Huh? Are you a good boy? Yeah. You a good boy? Yeah, he's a good boy. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Say hi to everybody. Yeah, he's saying hi. Where's your ball? Where's your ball? Huh? He's thinking, where's my ball? Go get your ball. All right, now I'll have a job to do here in a minute. Oh, smoking a turkey. That sounds yummy. Yeah, that's pretty stressful when you lose. Cats are wanderers, right? They like to wander. We had we had two cats at the same time. They were rescued from underneath a trailer, and we took them in. And Casper was what we think it was a blue, what they call it, a blue point Siamese. He was that dark gray coon cat, maybe he was. He was huge, and he would come up and sit in my lap, and then he would put his paw right here on my mouth, waiting for me to scratch his ears and pet him. And if I ignored him, then I got the claws. I got just a little claw to say, "Okay, Dad, I'm here. You need to pay attention to me." And we think that he was taken by a coyote in the old neighborhood. One of the neighbors saw a pack go through, and they thought that he was taken by them. So, because he just disappeared, he went out one night and didn't come back. What time is dinner? Nosh says. Laverne's in 1995. All right. Good to have you, Joy. Thank you for coming in. Yeah, slightly spoiled, slightly spoiled. Yeah. Yeah, that was a pretty good one. So I did a short with Lucas. When it's time to come inside, we can tell when he starts getting tired, and we'll say, "Come on, it's time to go inside." So he'll take his ball and he'll come in to the garage, but he doesn't like to release his ball right away. And so I sat down on the floor and recorded him and did a short on, "Come on, Lucas, it's time to go inside." And he's drooling and he's holding his ball, and it came out pretty good. He was so sad. He's sad because he just loves his ball. He's addicted, but it's good to be positively addicted to something. There's storyteller Donnie. Hello, hello. Good to have you. Hope you're doing well. Hope everyone has a nice Thanksgiving. So Smoky Mountain Blessed and Storyteller Donnie are both great channels. Donnie does paintings, live paintings as they travel around, and then Smoky Mountain Blessed does live drive streams, which are interesting in the area that they live. So be sure to check their channel out. Okay, that's the one that Lonnie just dropped. The video tour of Lassen Volcanic National Park. That sounds fun. I'll put that on my watch list too. Oh, I did not know that, but I know he likes it. And we worked with them with a trainer, with a dog trainer once, and she told us something that kind of surprised me. She said, when you're out walking your dog and they're sniffing and, peeing on bushes and just kind of going along on their walk, she said, it's the same as humans sitting down watching a movie. When you're out walking your dog, they're sniffing to say, "Oh, Jack was here from next door, and Mary was here from down the road," and so they're sniffing along, and oh, there's a strange smell. The neighbor kid was out here playing and walking along, and thinking that that's for them. That's like watching a movie, and so it made me change my view of going out for walks. the way that she said that. It was really interesting, I thought. Yeah, he's a good boy. One of the smartest dogs we've had. I know we all think the current dog that we have is the best, but he is very intelligent and you know, we it's a training that goes both ways. He trains us and we train him. He's very good at learning. We've taught him not to rush out the door when you open it. He has to wait for the command to go. When we say okay, then he runs out the door. But otherwise, 70 pounds of lab rushing out the door can knock you over. So we're teaching him manners. And also, when we put his food bowl down, he doesn't just jump into it and start munching. He has to shake, and when we give him the okay, then he can eat. So that just keeps everybody safe and keeps the manners where they should be. Oh, okay. That's one way to do it. Yeah, we'll have to watch that Lonnie's video that she dropped. Yeah, you have to let those dry out a little bit more, Captain Jack. Hard to keep them lit when they're wet. You gotta hang them up in a tree for about 4 months, and then you've got to stand there and keep the flies off of them, keep the raptors off of them, and yeah, it's pretty hard to do. I got something up there. Cooking, awesome. Very cool. That'll be nice. We were looking at CR View, took out their old microwave from their RV and put in one of those units that has everything. It has a fryer, has like an oven capability, microwave, and so we were looking at those after watching what they're cooking with theirs, and we ordered one um, because it's Black Friday. If you look on Amazon, everything is on sale right now. But we ordered, what's it called? It's called it's called a Toshiba air fryer combo. So it's got the microwave, it has a convection, it has a broiler, and the whole bit. So we're they were pretty new a couple years ago, and it looks like they are really coming into it where it's a nice all-in-one unit, and with just the two of us most of the time, we can use a lot of that capability. So it's going to be here, I think, on Wednesday. So maybe we can test it out for Thanksgiving. Yeah. And the cats that we had were outdoor cats. They were raised as outdoor cats, and we got them. I don't know how old they were, year or two old. And the male, they were all fixed. The male absolutely wanted to go outside, and if we didn't let him out, he would tear the place up, scratching and fussing. Now the female, Sasha, she took to staying inside no problem. And she stayed around and we would let her out in the yard and she stuck close to the house where we lived at the time. But old Casper, he had to wander. Oh, that's what does it, huh, for coyotes. Mm. My brother and sister-in-law are coming the second year to a mountaintop house for Thanksgiving. Nice. Ah, Donnie enjoys making dinner. That sounds fabulous. There's Donnie's channel. Yeah. Yeah, Captain Jack, he comes up with those, huh? Yeah, you gotta do what you have to do. Now here we have rattlesnakes out here. We have a fenced in area, and so the coyotes stay outside the fenced in area. They haven't ever jumped the fence, so we don't have to worry so much about that. But I do take care of the rattlesnakes that are inside close to the house. If they're out on the road or out in the area, like out by Ragged Top, we don't bother them. But anything that's around close to the house, we don't want Lucas to get bit, although he has been trained to recognize the rattlesnake. In fact, that reminds me, we had a king snake come in, and I posted a short on the channel. We had a king snake come in very late in the year that came in for a drink of water out of the pond. We have a koi pond out back. And the king snake came in, was very lethargic, drank water, and then moved on. And we brought Lucas out, and he could see the king snake, and he recognized this is a snake, and I'm not going to approach it. But he was sniffing the air, trying to figure out this doesn't sound like or smell like a rattlesnake. And you could see him thinking. And so we just told him, no, stay away. It's a bad snake. And so he just sat there with us and watched the king snake move on. So that was kind of cool to watch. We don't want anything to happen to the king snakes because they're not aggressive and they keep away the rattlesnakes. They don't like rattlesnakes and they will take care of them. Oh, that's cool. Sign language is good. Yeah. Yeah, and we combine that with our training too. Might make it out there for the potluck. I have candied yams and baked beans. Very cool. Oh, she gives you a kiss and then I tell her, okay, that's a good way to do it. Yum on the baked beans. We'll take that. Yeah, that's a way of saying thank you, huh? Camp chef in a van, 2 burners and a small oven. Yeah, we have that in our RV. We have a small oven. We've only used it a couple of times. So I'm going to try to figure out how much energy this unit uses, and I may try to replace. We have a 900 watt unit in the RV microwave unit, and I may try to put one of these in there to replace it. We'll see. Oh, you found one. So Ava is looking for a pack and play. Looks like she found one. That's to keep the puppy next to her in a enclosure so that Stevie stays safe. That's great news. Lots of mini electric appliances. Yeah. So the key is not too many watts, right, Dee? You don't want high wattage electric appliances when you're in a van or a box van or RV or wherever you're camping. Yeah, and having one in a van is even more challenging. So, all right, Sandra, thanks for popping in. We have just a minute or two left, and it's getting time for breakfast here in the Desert Adventures house. I think I can sit in the van and look at snakes. Yeah, but I will need some awesome binoculars. You got to come down here. It's getting a little late to see snakes, and we were surprised that snake showed up. Very unusual. He must have been really thirsty. right, everybody. Thank you very much. Oh, let me check out what Crafty Traveler said. We replace the microwave with a microwave convection oven. Okay. Took out the propane, have an extra storage cabinet. I think a lot of people have done that. In fact, CR View is doing that too. I have a sneeze coming on. CR View is doing that too. They took out their oven and is going to make a cabinet out of it. We just use ours to store pots and pans in there, so it works okay for that. Okay, folks, thanks for being here today. You have a great week and a happy, happy Thanksgiving. We'll see you next time.
Wake up to a brand new day. Smile at the sun's warm ray. Greet the world with open arms. Spread good vibes and charms. Kind words change the scene. Make life feel like a dream. Help someone who's in need. Plant a little kindness seed. Shine bright like a star. No matter where you are, kindness takes you far. Light up the world. Together we can make it. Love's the way to fake it. Leave a little joy behind. In every heart you'll find. No need for heavy words. Be like chirping birds. Simple acts can heal. Make every moment real. Shine bright like a star. No matter where you are, kindness takes you far. Light up the world. No need for heavy words. Be like chirping birds. Simple acts can heal. Make every moment